What's up, y'all? It's Kristen.
And it's Myra.
And featuring Drew.
Ooh. Alright, so we are back with another episode of Just Confused, and we are doing a special episode today for Pride. And so with that, we have our very gay friend Drew here. Hi, Drew.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Found him right off the street.
Yep, we just went out there with a sign. We said, if you're gay, please email me. And then he emailed, so.
I actually texted it and I got the quick response, so.
Yeah,
we were desperate.
Yeah, we were real desperate. It's so hard to find a good gay these days.
I mean, like, my little Boost Mobile notification prepaid phone, like, was like a quick little.
We love cricket.
But yeah, we're actually really excited. Drew and I have been friends since high school. We go way back, and then Myra introduced herself to Drew. When was that?
It was your game night where we were all there. I forgot when it was though.
But this was like senior year,
a few years
right?
ago.
Yeah, I want to say maybe like my first year of college or something like that. So maybe like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But ever since then, we've all been really close. I think the three of us consider ourselves like all best friends.
We're a trouble, definitely.
Yeah. And if you're wondering why I'm talking so much in this intro, it's because I'm not going to say shit for the rest of the podcast because I'm not gay. So my opinion here doesn't really matter.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, I mean that with wholehearted respect. These questions are going to be really intimate, and I, as a straight person, need to just mind my business because it's straight day 364 days out of the year.
Preach.
Unless it's a leap year, 365.
They get that luxury.
Thank you so much. So I'm just going to sit back, shut up, and listen and celebrate the love that my friends get to celebrate within themselves.
Yes, because straight pride is a fraud, and you're straight every day no matter what.
Exactly. So, yeah. So today I'm basically going to be playing the role of
Moderator.
That's such a good way to put it. I was going to put instigator, but that sounds negative.
We're going to fight.
I'm going to pitch you guys against each other. So I'm actually really excited. I think we have some really awesome questions put together, and, Myra and Drew have different...
views?
Yeah, they have different views of the community and different experiences growing into it. So I think today's episode is going to be really great. And if you are an anti-pride person, then fuck off.
Bye, Felicia.
This is your moment to unsubscribe before I get mad.
Or watch and enlighten yourself and educate yourself.
There you go. See, different perspectives.
Fuck off, but stay around.
That's why Myra's here. Because I'm really rude, but Myra's I love everyone. And I mean, that's why she's bi. But we'll get into that later. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. I'm basically Ellen in this moment, but not gay. It's fine. Anyways, okay. So, first thing I want to talk about Drew. Drew is my best friend and always motivated me in my entire life to work harder, be better, get smarter, and do more.
Yes.
So, what do you do, Drew?
Wow, okay, that was so sweet. I actually, my heart started, beating really, really fast.
I know.
So, yes, I actually graduated a year and a half ago from Lamar University, and I decided to move back to Houston, and I actually work for a multi-billion-dollar corporation in leading retail. So
yeah, since it is social media, we can't disclose his place of work.
But I mean, you can also follow me on Instagram, Drew_Ramirez.
Oh my God,
plug. Tell me I'm cute.
Yeah, we'll definitely leave his Instagram or any other social media handle that he wants us to. We'll leave it linked down below in the description bar. Also, feel free to leave any answers that you have experienced yourself if you are part of the community or if you're an ally. Leave any answers to these questions down in the comments below. Myra and I would love to hear your experiences and your views on everything.
Yeah, or ask us any further questions if you'll have any.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm straight, so I mean, I don't really have a lot to contribute. Just respect and diligence. That's pretty much all I have. So here we go.
Beautiful.
So I want to talk about coming out here because I didn't have this moment because, again, I'm straight.
Are you?
I don't know.
I just wonder because I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, understandable. But whenever you guys came out, I'm going to ask Drew because I've already heard your story. If you listened to the last episode, you would have heard Myra's too.
Yeah.
No tea, no shade.
So Drew, whenever you came out, how did you know? I know that's such a stupid question, but dead ass, how did you know?
Dead ass.
I think ever since I was little and whenever my mom sent me to the Y for a babysitter, I always gravitated to the Mattel Barbie dolls versus the Power Rangers. So that's whenever I knew I was gay.
Oh, love that.
Interesting.
I can imagine you playing with Barbie dolls. That's so cute.
Right? Brushing the little hairs.
Oh.
The little pelitos.
He's also Hispanic.
I love Spanish. Quirky. So traditional. I love that.
You'll fit in one day.
Okay, so Barbie dolls. That's how you kind of got there. But how did you come out? Did you grab a Barbie doll and you were like, hi?
No, actually, this is super, super funny. So whenever I was super young, I always knew, but I never built up the courage to actually come out.
Right.
And I told myself, I was like, by the time I'm a freshman, I need to come out. And so the person...
Oh, so give yourself a personal deadline.
Exactly.
Bitch, you missed that mark, though. I knew you freshman year.
No, I know, but like the person that I was absolute scared of to come out was my dad.
Oh, okay.
And the way that I came out was... I thought I was like gonna be super strategic, and I decided to write a rhetoric, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave it on the table for my dad to read.
Oh my God.
And then, he would like text me and be like, hey, I love you. But no, there was this one time where I was with my dad on the weekend, and I could not leave it on the table. I was like, no, I can't come out. I'm too scared. Mm-hmm. So I took the paper with me. I went back to my house with my mother, and I legitimately went inside of my actual closet. My actual fucking closet.
You're so literal.
And I started crying like a baby. Because I was like, no, I promised myself. Like, I failed myself. I was going to come out on this day. And so eventually I got my little Cricket prepaid phone, called my dad, and was like, Dad, I need to talk to you. And he was like, okay, like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And I was like, no, I just need to tell you something. And he was like, okay. So eventually I told him, okay, I wrote something for you, but you have to promise me 5 minutes that you're not going to interrupt me. And he said, okay. So I just started coming out, and like, I was reading the list of saying, like, Dad, I love you so much. And, I just want you to know that I want to be my most truest self. And, I'm gay. And that's exactly how it came out, and I felt so relieved. I felt like this mass amount of pressure come off my chest, and that was like the day that I truly and honestly came out to not only myself, but my dad, who I was the most scared, but like to the world.
I love that.
That is so sweet.
Literally in the fucking closet.
And now you just so well.
You gotta get in it to get out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, my mom always told me, she always knew. She was like, honey, you've been in the closet your whole entire life, but the door was wide open and your toe was out.
No, for real. Honestly, like, I remember when I met Drew, I went to the same high school with him, so I saw him freshman year dating women and knowing, like, everybody besides the girl that he was dating knew that he was gonna come out. We were all just like waiting for him, and we just kind of like played along with it. He was like I remember one semester you were like, no, I'm straight, I'm dating a girl, and then literally the next 9 weeks you were like, guys, I'm bi.
That's always the gateway, by the way.
Yeah, you were like, I'm bi, and we were like, oh, okay, cool, like, he's bi, whatever. And then I remember you texted me and you were like, Kristen, like, I love you so much and I don't want your opinion of me to change, but you were like, but I'm gay. And I was like, I know.
I remember that so much. You had no idea like how much it took inside of me to actually communicate that to you, because
no, I know.
Not only was I trying to come out to myself, but like not only coming out to yourself, but like coming out to the world is one of the most scariest things in the whole entire world, because whenever you grow up, there's like all of these heteronormative things all around the world. Right. Like whenever you watch TV, whenever you go on social media, whenever you look at the newspaper, I mean, God, that almost gave away my age, but like whenever you just like look around and you see just a whole bunch of like normality around and you're not represented, you're just like, wow, like I feel like this natural oppression that, I'm just going to ignore until you cannot ignore it anymore.
Right.
I totally understand what you're saying. Like, that's exactly how I felt growing up. That is so crazy. I remember growing up and it's just
do y'all
so
remember
hard.
like the first time that you saw representation? I don't know how to
I saw it in a very sexual way. Like I would watch
Tequila Double Shot at Love.
Yes. I remember it was this movie. I think it was called like 16 or 17, but I watched it with my mom and I was like 12.
I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's called 14.
Is it?
Yes.
It's one of those ages, but it's like these
like
two
an
girls.
Independent film.
Yes.
Right? Yes, bitch. I know exactly.
And there's a scene where like this main character girl, she's kind of innocent and she's very sweet, and then she talks to this rebel girl, and they're in her room one day and it's late at night and she just leans in and kisses her. Oh. And it was like this thing like, oh, you have to try it just once, like everyone does it, everyone kisses their girls, like that's fine. And that's what I saw, and I was like, oh, so this is like a joke. Like what I'm feeling maybe isn't real, maybe I just need to get out of my system, but like I have crushes on girls and I'm this young and like I don't want to tell anybody, I think it's wrong, but this girl has no problem doing it because it's on TV.
Right.
So I didn't know how to feel. I was like, is it a joke? Is it a fetish? Is it just something for sex? Like I don't understand. Mm-hmm. So that's my first memory of actually seeing that.
So you were just genuinely confused. You didn't know how to feel.
I remember having crushes as young as like kindergarten, but I didn't know how. I thought it was normal, And then I realized that everyone else has boyfriends and I would like a girlfriend. And I'm like, okay, this is weird now. So I just like suppressed it my entire life since I was like a junior in high school. And then I was like, okay, I think this is like it. Because also I was really religious. And then I read the Bible and I saw that, you know, gays weren't okay. And I was like, oh, how do I take this? So I told my parents, I was like, look, I don't believe in God anymore. That's it. Like, end of story. And they didn't know why. But I would just cry every night because I was like, he's going to hate me. He's going to hate me. Because I'm not straight.
And I think, like, a lot of people do struggle with that regardless of their faith and their religion. Yeah. Like, they will be counteracted from their religion saying, you know, it's like a sin or just like whatever the case may be. And they end up fighting themselves for a really long time and in unfortunate situations, like, their whole entire lives.
Yeah. So I felt really confused a lot. And then it only took... It took me going to high school and realizing that it's okay because everyone's coming out now and like it's normal now. And
2019? Like,
it was
2017?
It was like 2015, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But
starting with trends.
Right? But I was like, you know what? It's fine. Like, my belief in God shouldn't stop me from expressing myself. And I don't want to live my whole life a lie. Because my worst fear is getting married to someone that I love as a man and then wondering like how would it have been like if I actually took charge of my sexuality and gone through with women. Right. So I just didn't want that to happen to me. So I just figured I might as well come out and experience both sides. Like I've been wanting to my whole life.
That's good. I feel so bad. I definitely outed you to like 60% of our city. I mean,
I was very upset then because it was a special moment for me. And I came out to Kristen first and only Kristen. Like, it took my parents like another week. And when I came out to them, my mom knew, she had a feeling. And then she just like got reassured. And then my dad was like, okay, well, if that's how you feel, that's fine. We support you. So it was very average. Like, it was no exciting moment. It was just like, yeah, okay, cool. But Kristen explained to me like she was so proud of me to come out. It wasn't anything like outing me like as in a malicious way. So I had to like understand that, but I know now. It was nothing harmful.
And I know now, bitch, shut up.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I really do want to highlight, because whenever I came out to Kristen, there was literally no more welcoming person and enlightened person that I've ever met to actually be so humble to just listen and hear you out and to genuinely intake what you're telling and to just be that ear and that like warm hand over you. Yeah,
that's how every ally should be. Like you shouldn't just accept people. You should understand where they're coming from.
I'm crying in the club.
Like whenever I tell you LGBTQIA, A is for Kristen. It's ally, bitch.
Oh my god. Hi.
Or asexual.
I mean, it goes both ways.
Open interpretation.
Okay. This is another debate.
Next video.
Move on.
Okay, but I do want to ask y'all, because both of y'all said that it's 2019, you know, like now it's more normal than ever and more accepted than ever to come out. But do you feel hesitant to come out in places that you work or around people that you don't know? Like if you're out at a bar?
For sure, yeah.
I think that, like, whenever we say it's 2019, I think every single act has its own time to kind of open up. So, you know, at first there was like voting rights for women, and then there was African American rights, and you know, now we're like in the grand scheme of LGBT rights. So I think it was just within time for us to actually be allotted that freedom to self-express and to love equally. So I have been so blessed and fortunate enough to have not really experienced, you know, bullying in high school. Have not really experienced discrimination in the workplace.
That's true. We were really lucky because even me, just because I wasn't out yet, but I couldn't imagine, like, you know, it's not a choice. You grow up with this, like, your whole life, and to think that it's a choice, like, who would want to get bullied at high school? You know, who would want to feel questioned when they're a kid? So I totally understand that. Like, we were fortunate enough to not have, you know, bullies for that reason.
And whenever I was younger, I would think about, like, man, I would ask myself, like, these really invasive questions of being like, okay, like, what if I had an LGBTQIA kid? Like, how would I feel? And, like, there were points in my life where I was just like, you know, I hope I don't, because I wouldn't want them to go through like the discrimination and the bullying that I've heard of.
I've heard of a lot of straight people wish that their kid is gay because of that, because they want them to feel different. They want them to feel themselves. And it's like, why would you want your kid to feel so traumatized in school and feel so outed and feel so different, like they don't belong anywhere? Like, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I hope my kid is confident in their sexuality, whether it's straight, bi, or gay, whatever. But for them to wish that, you know, they're different, like, that's no, I want my kid to be as normal as possible in the school because, like, you don't want them to feel different.
No, I think that's so valid because I remember specifically going to school and I had a friend that was close to me and she would always say, like, I hope I do have a gay son.
Right. And it's like, no, you don't, because you're going to have to deal with all of that and they're going to feel so lonely.
Yeah. And I think it's because she didn't understand, like, the actuality of how it is, like, the reality of things. Like, she only thought of the novelty of having a gay son.
Yes.
Like, I can dress him up in a dress. And it's like, bitch, no, you fucking can't.
Yeah. One thing that I truly love is, like, right now in this progressive political climate, it is so enlightening to know that, you know, if I do have a child or a friend who is going to come out, I know that it's going to be a much more accepting time than it was before.
My dream is that you don't have to come out anymore.
Literally.
Like, by the time we have kids, I just want my daughter to come to me and be like, yeah, that girl's really cute. And I'm like, girl, she is. Ask her out.
No, because that's honestly how I felt whenever Drew came out to me. Was he told me, he was like, hey, I'm gay. And I'm like, why are you texting me this? Like, I was like, that's great, Drew. Anyways, are we meeting up for lunch?
Exactly. And I think, like, that sense of, like, smooth normality made such a transition into, like, me coming out so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it feels normal. You don't feel different when people take it like that.
So do you think it's, like, easier to surround yourself by people who are also in the community? Like, just to get away from the pressures of, like, normative society and things like that?
Yeah, because, like, at work, mostly everyone's straight. And so I feel different because I'm like, anything I say, they won't really take with 100%. They'll look at me differently. They'll ask me questions that I really don't want to answer. It's like, I don't want to come out to a new person every single time.
Right.
So it's hard being bi because it's like, oh, you see me with the man, but I also, you know, go both ways. So it's different.
And the difference is because she works in
a hospital
as opposed to me where I work in retail where almost everyone is legitimately LGBTQIA. And so it's literally no different.
Yeah, and with me, I feel like I had to hide myself. Like, my closest friends know, and they ask me, like, how I am, like, how I'm doing, or, like, you know, like, if I'm dating any girls, but it's because they know me. Like, I'm not gonna come out to the doctors I work with, be like, hey, yeah, I'm talking to this girl, you know? It's just weird. So I choose not to for the conversation of it, because I don't have to explain myself.
Okay.
Like, they'll find out if they find out, and if they don't, then they don't.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I have a question. This happens to me a lot, especially whenever, like, we're out and about, but I never know how to handle it. So if y'all are out and you hear someone say something, like, very homophobic, me, being the hot-headed bitch I am, I always want to pop off on them. But does that make the situation worse for y'all? Or, like, what is the...
Absolutely not. I want everybody to speak up.
Yeah.
Everybody. Straight, gay, whatever. If something sounds wrong, if it's not even sexuality-wise, like racist or derogatory, you speak the fuck up. Because nobody should get away with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I literally hear something so backwards, like, global warming isn't real. I'm like, first of all...
I've been key witness to this because Kristen does not mind about giving her 2 cents. Honey, sometimes it's 4 cents and you're just like, damn, bitch. Like,
that's a whole fucking dollar that you didn't ask for, but you are going to get that fucking dollar.
Amen, sister. Like, I don't know what it is. Ignorance really pisses me off.
Yes.
Like, I hate it when people choose to be ignorant and when they choose to, like, put their ignorance out onto other people. Like, nothing makes me more uncomfortable. You know? Bitch, that's some tea. That's some tea. So, like, dating. I know Myra, like, we've gone to the bar, like, what, like 4 times total?
That's a stretch.
So, like, okay, whenever we're out and about and you go to clubs or something, do you make a conscious decision because you're bi? Do you make a conscious decision like, oh, I'm gonna hit on a girl tonight, or I'm gonna hit on a guy tonight?
Yeah, I feel like when I'm in the car, like, getting ready to go up there, I'm like, okay, I want to talk to a girl today. Like, guys can be, like, a later day, but today I'm just want to focus on girls. And sometimes it doesn't always work out, because, like, there's no cute girls, but there's a lot of cute guys.
Yeah.
But it's, like, my small goal in my head. I was like, okay, you can do this. You can talk to a girl. They're not that bad. It's fine. They're pretty, but they're not that bad.
Yeah.
Because I get so scared talking to them. Like, the way I talk to girls is the way I felt in 7th grade talking to guys. Like, it's that nervous feeling, like I'm sweating, I'm shaking, I don't know what to say, I'm stuttering, and it's just a girl, like, it's just a friend.
Yeah.
That's another thing, like, I don't know if they see me as a friend or as a potential lover, because I'm not just wearing a bracelet that says, hey, I'm into you, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't want them to be like, oh yeah, you're really cool, my boyfriend thinks you're cool too, and I'm like, okay, great, fuck. Like, here we go again, I'm another unicorn in a threesome. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I've always wondered that because, I mean, we rarely go out in the first place, but I never know, like, when's the right time to bring a girl over to you, you know?
I mean, anytime.
Also, you don't have a fucking type, so it's really hard.
Okay, listen,
Like, you have a type for guys, but you don't have a type for girls.
What? Okay, I've been Myra's best friend for the past, 4 years, and I still do not know your female type. Why am I barely realizing this?
Okay,
what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
listen. Like, my past female crushes and, many relationships that I've had, they all resemble me. They're all
Literally, she
short.
thinks she's hot.
This is what I'm
I mean,
saying.
she is, though.
No,
Right.
like, that's all she's attracted to.
It's called, an autosexual. Like, I would fuck myself if I could.
Is that the
That's
A?
cute.
It's not the A. Maybe it is. But my past, girls have been short Hispanics with long curly hair.
Okay.
But, if I'm on Tinder and I'm swiping and I have men and women on there, if there's a cute black girl, a cute white girl, a cute Mexican girl, a cute Asian girl, whatever, I'll like them. But, personality-wise, kind of like me. But I'm not really, into looks that much for girls. Mm-hmm. And then for guys, even, I have a preference, but I still date everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. I approach whoever approaches me.
When I
and
say
I go off there.
Whenever I say you have a type for guys, I didn't mean physicality wise. I meant your type for guys is someone that's strong headed, someone funny, someone confident.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. I haven't been with a girl that deep enough to have a specific type like that.
Oh, okay.
I just know physical right now because
So do you
I only have
think
one.
some of the traits that you look for in guys would carry over to girls, or do you think it would kind of be a little bit different?
I think it would be different. I think I might want to be the strong-headed one, or the one with
Oh, that would be a shitty relationship.
more of the alpha.
Bitch, if you were the alpha, nothing would get done.
What?
Bitch, we can never even make a decision on what ice cream to get at Freddy's. How are you gonna tell me that you are gonna be the alpha?
I just don't want a girl telling me what to do like a guy would. And it's not okay for guys to do it either. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I don't know.
But you don't like anybody telling you what to do.
Yeah, so I feel like that's not a gender thing.
Yeah, that's not a
I feel
gender
like that's
thing.
just a you thing.
Yeah, I don't know yet. Let me date a girl for a year and I'll tell you.
Honestly, we're accepting applications. Please message us at @JustConfusedPodcast on Instagram.
Oh my god, my Tinder boys are listening to this. Hi, I will go out with you, but let me just
All
date
your
with a girl
Tinder boys
first.
right now are very confused. They're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought she was, not gay.
Right.
I don't know why I thought that's how their voice would sound. I'm pretty sure no one in Houston has a voice like that.
No, she's the LGBTQA.
B?
B. But
That
B.
bitch.
Bitch. She took a DNA test and she was that bitch.
True, because you're born with it.
Okay, so, the next question I have, Myra can't really answer because she's bi, ruins everything.
Sorry.
But, Drew, have you ever dated outside of your gender?
I actually have. All throughout high school and middle school, I was
These
a
poor
womanizer.
girls. Oh my,
No, for
oh my
real.
god, are you
No,
serious?
a whole womanizer.
A whole womanizer. I'd
What
be
would you
dating
tell
girls
them?
left and right. Honey, there was nothing to tell them. I would give them a kiss and they'd be satisfied. Do you remember in high school whenever I was dating my first girlfriend with the red hair?
Bitch. Yes, bitch.
Okay,
Of course.
so let me tell you, mentally, I really, really, really was attracted to her.
Yeah.
But physically, I was like, oh no.
You're missing a dick,
Yeah,
honey.
You're missing a whole 7.5 inches for me. This is not gonna work out.
7.5.
Yeah.
It's a good size.
Flaccid?
I mean,
Bitch, that is a lot to
Surprising.
handle.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Surprising. I mean, I don't bottom, so it wouldn't really matter.
That's true. So it's just something to look at.
Yeah. It's
What is that
aesthetically
called?
pleasing.
Like a Monet.
Like a motif, like a body motif.
Yeah, there we go. It's just decor.
Yeah. That's cute, but you're not going to use it on me.
Yeah.
So it's just decorative, not functional,
Kind of
basically.
flick it around.
Yeah,
Oh my
we
God.
love that. We love that for you.
So you've only kissed a girl. That's the farthest you've gone.
I mean, and I've also touched a boobie here and there. But this was on accident. This was girl, let me get your bra together.
Oh my god.
Take the boob out and make it supportive so they can look cute.
And they thought it was
Yeah.
foreplay.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, he loves me.
Wow, our
So
first,
into me.
second base.
Have you ever doubted that you were gay
I've-
since you dated women?
Okay, so there was this one time.
Okay,
it was
good. I was about to say he better not fucking lie because I have the text receipts.
Oh my god.
Okay, so this is actually a true story. About 2 weeks ago,
I haven't heard this yet, so this is my genuine reaction.
I texted Kristen. I was so confused because I texted her. I was like, hey, I don't know if this is super weird or not, but I just had this crazy intense sex dream about a woman. It was so vivid.
Oh
I
my
was so into
God.
it. I was going hardcore. I was wet, honey. So
Wow.
I woke up and I was so confused. I was like, am I no longer the G anymore? Am I the B now? Did I just convert? I'm so confused. So I texted
Congrats.
Kristen, all right? I texted Kristen and I was like, what do I do? And Kristen was literally I don't know how to describe this, but basically she said, you know, like every now and then, like it's okay to question it, but like it's just a thought that went across your head.
Yeah.
You know, it's something super supernatural because the mind is super curious. And it was just me just thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
So have I ever doubted? I don't think I've ever like fully doubted. I've like questioned it just like a few times.
Like,
That is so
excuse me,
crazy.
Yeah,
bitch?
because I know that at the end of the day, I want to come home to a chunky Latino who has a really big butt and a beard.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And good family values.
And good family values. Apply again at Just Confused.
Right. We just want to make sure that your ass is as fat as your 401k.
It better be.
Yeah. Same size, please.
Yeah. If you don't have health insurance, keep scrolling. We're not interested.
scrolling.
You're gonna need it.
Okay, so dating. Both of y'all can answer this. Do you do PDA? Are y'all PDA people?
Yes.
Ew.
How far in do you do the PDA?
That's what I'm saying. Like, not like fucking making out in the middle of a park, but like holding hands, hugging, like arms around each other in a park. Like, I think
Why are you
that's
always
fine.
in a park, bitch?
Okay,
Why are you
in
always
a- where am I? In a
holding
movie
hands
theater?
In a park, walking in a park, staring at each other
All
intimately in
right,
a park.
hanging out at Chick-fil-A, fucking hand jobs under the table.
Thank you. Give me some versatility.
Right? We love a good verse.
Right.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Is that where it comes from?
What? Yeah, versatility.
That's where it comes
yes.
from. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, you
I
can
know.
be a
I didn't know
top
that.
or a bottom.
I thought it was because like a verse, like in a song.
I thought it was
it's
like
the
verses.
staple.
I thought it was like versus like Mortal Kombat.
like,
Oh
like
my
you're
God.
fighting
Like
each
I'm
other.
versus like either the dick or the ass. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Which one will win? Only one will stay.
Fight.
Oh.
Done.
That's so good. Clearly, you played some Mortal Kombat. It must have been in your questioning years.
Girls and he was straight.
Definitely.
Ill a hetero.
That was before 2012.
We don't talk about before.
So you're
2012.
like an okay with PDA person.
I'm okay as long as it doesn't make others uncomfortable.
Ew, I hate that. No, bitch.
Why?
If it doesn't make other people uncomfortable, screw what other people think.
Okay,
No,
this is-
because when I'm walking around and I see someone like shoving each other's tongues on each other's face, like I hate that. I'm like, this is a public setting. You can do that in the car.
Okay, I thought you meant like as long as it isn't like gender to gender.
No,
doesn't make
no.
other people- I was like,
Absolutely
oh,
not.
fuck that.
Fuck that. No.
This is actually where we're going to interject because I actually feel extremely uncomfortable whenever I display PDA in front of like kids or like young people because like I don't think it is my part to expose them to that if it's just, you know, not within my like I think I'm a very respectful person and I would not want to intrude my own personal quote unquote lifestyle to someone who maybe not want to be exposed to it.
So does
I feel like
that?
that's fair.
So would you like hold hands? Is that
I would
too
definitely
far?
hold hands.
Okay.
But like kissing and making out,
Oh,
definitely
see, yeah.
not.
See, I think that's different. But
But
yeah,
I-
I understand.
But I definitely have the right to hold my partner's hand.
Exactly.
And, like feel valued within my area that I'm at.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, good. Good answers.
GA.
Good
GA.
answers, everyone. So, okay. Have you ever been like afraid to show PDA or afraid to go to like a certain part of town because like, you know, you don't want to get into like a tussle?
Yeah. Well, just recently, these two girls, I think in Australia, they got mugged because they didn't want to kiss in front of these guys because they just wanted to see them kiss. And they kept saying no, and then they fought them. And so they both have bruises and stitches.
And they were like
So-
bleeding. It was really bad.
Yeah, it just happened a few days ago. But when I went on a date, I forgot where it was. I think it was like a taco truck, but it was like a festival.
Was this the one where he made you pay for your own tacos?
That's
No,
every
no.
fucking date with her.
Yeah, I mean, it is. But this is with the girl. So we were out at a food festival, and I didn't want to sit close to her. Like, we were sitting across each other, but I could have sat next to her and, like, gotten, like, hip to hip and, like, around the shoulder. But I didn't, because everyone there was Hispanic, and you know how Hispanics are. Like,
Yeah.
they grow up with very Christian morals, and it's, like, everything by the book. They're all Catholic, and it's, like, this is wrong. Like,
Yeah.
even I'm afraid to tell my grandparents that I'm gay because of it. So I chose not to in that setting, because I'm like, no, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, certain settings, like you gauge the audience and you're like, maybe this isn't the best idea, just for our safety.
Do you think that relates to the amount of confidence that you can project into the world? Like, are you not confident enough to be your true, genuine self?
I think at the moment I wasn't, but I think nowadays I wouldn't mind. It's just at the setting, because that was my first, like, I guess, girlfriend. And that was our first big outing. We were out in public, like, willing to be ourselves.
Yeah. So, okay, you mentioned earlier for the sake of your, what did you say?
Safety?
Yeah, for the sake of your safety. So we're going to go back to your emotional safety here. So for the sake of your emotional safety, I have to
You have a lot of
I have to
jazz to
everything
this.
that I say has to be like, because I have nothing to contribute to conversation. I'm literally just the questioner.
Literally. The moderator.
The moderator, right.
For using
what the fuck did I say?
Using
Questioner.
Bitch.
You have a bachelor's degree.
BW, bad word.
Bad word. But I feel like I have to just jazz it up a little bit. So for the sake of your emotional safety,
I feel like I'm on Dr. Phil.
Right?
how
It's
would
like,
you
fuck.
feel about dating someone that's still closeted? Drew, don't answer.
I mean, I did, and it killed me.
Wait, you did?
Do you want me to say her name?
Oh, that's right.
Right.
You totally did. Okay.
I definitely did. Like,
right.
it broke me. Like, I how do I say this? I took interest in her, and I came out to her, and I told her, hey, I love you. Like, I like you more than a friend, and I want this to be a thing.
Right.
Meet my grandparents. It was like, this whole thing. I was like, I'm ready to start a life with you.
Right. Basically, bring a present to White Elephant.
0
Right.
to 100 real quick.
Really? We move quick. You know that. Get your U-Haul ready.
Right? A lot of people actually don't know about that phrase.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll explain that later.
Yeah.
So I told her all of this. She's like, oh, yeah, I love you too. But little did I know I was a fucking friend. So a year later, she tells me that she's actually straight and she can't tell her mom that she's dating a girl and that she feels weird. It's only with me, not with all the girls. So she was bi with me, but only on her terms.
Yeah.
Because she would ignore me for months at a time and then come back to me when she was okay and then ignore me and then come back. So it was very detrimental to my mental health because I didn't know what to do.
Right.
And I didn't know if I should keep trying for her. So I think it's very, very bad to date someone who's closeted because it's like you never know when they're going to change on you. You never know when they're going to be afraid to come out and be afraid to be with you because it's like really selfish.
Yeah. That's fair. No, I didn't have Drew answer because I already knew the answer to that. Yeah, honestly, basically all you need to know is that we dated some dumbass, but we all date dumbasses, okay?
We learn from it.
It's not
We
just a
definitely learn from it.
LGBTQIA thing. It is a heteronormative thing, ladies. We date way too many stupid men. Am I right, sisters?
And guess what? They're all men.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. They're
Except
all
for that one girl.
True.
She's just kind of rude too.
Fuck her.
Honestly.
Yeah, fuck her.
So, all right, now that we've talked about dating people in the closet, you know, stupidity, men are trash. Speaking of men are trash, I want to get into some stereotypes, all right? That was
Okay.
not a smooth transition, but I felt like if I presented it with enough
Yeah,
confidence,
no, you did.
it would have come off as pretty good. Okay.
It was good. It was good.
Okay, great. So, all right, so I'm going to say some stereotypes, and I want you to shut it down in one sentence. Okay?
Okay.
So,
Challenge taken.
here you go.
Okay, Drew
If
first.
you need a little second, you can take a little second, okay?
We love a little second. You
Yeah,
can do
we
a lot in
love
a
a little
second. Oh, whatever.
Oh my god, he's really looking for those applicants, girl.
Right?
Yeah, he is so interesting.
I'm single, ready to mingle from Sunday to Domingo.
That is disgusting.
Hey, 24
Please edit
hours.
that out.
No,
I
if you
love
edit
that so
out,
much.
I will hate you forever.
Okay,
I will not
okay.
like your next 5 Instagram posts.
That is
Oh my
honestly so fucking rude. Don't you ever say
Okay,
that again.
leave that shit in there.
He's directing all of that at Myra because he knows I'm not editing this episode.
Lazy ass bitch.
This is going to be a long one. It's going to be tough to edit, honestly, because
Yeah.
we have to get it under the time restriction, but it's also like you want to keep all the good content. So it's gonna be tough. All right, so here's your stereotype. Again, start it down in one sentence. Take a little time if you need it. All right, Drew, here's yours. Gay men are girly.
Mask for mask, bro.
Oh my god. So please, I'm a hetero. Please
was a
explain
straight
what that
voice.
means.
That actually means like super, super, super like bro, like reversed cap with like some hater blockers on.
Ew.
Like straight acting gay guys for straight acting gay guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what mask for mask means.
Why do they say mask for mask though?
Masculine for masculine. So like instead of like the stereotypical like I'm a masculine guy looking for a feminine guy.
Yeah.
To like have that balance. No, it's mask for mask, bro.
And I would think they would
wow.
want like a feminine guy to trick their minds, be like, no, you're fucking a girl right now.
No.
But you know, it's a guy.
That's actually a good point, bitch. I didn't think about that. All right, so Myra, are you ready for yours?
I will be.
Okay, yours is bisexuality isn't real. You're literally just horny or you can't make up your mind. Or you're selfish.
Oh my god, that pisses me off so much. I was gonna say you can't trick your mind to just fall in love with one gender if you're telling yourself to do the other thing, or to fall in love with another girl.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Honestly, if I hear someone say that, like whenever I was, telling everyone that you were bi, if I would have heard someone be like, bisexuality isn't a real thing, I probably would have stabbed them with the nearest utensil.
Yeah.
Like whatever it was. Because nothing makes me more mad than people not respecting your growth.
Right.
Like Myra and Drew can literally do anything. And I'm like telling all of my friends, all of my family, I'm like, oh my God, guess what, you guys? Myra's now going to be a vegetarian. She's going to double knot her shoelaces. Like she is moving on into the world. Like I'm so happy for her. This is such a big step because of this, and this.
Oh my God.
Like I'm
for real.
I'm so proud of everything y'all do. So if someone had been like, no, bisexuality isn't real, I'd be like, okay, first of all,
she would turn from cheerleader to defense quarterback in 2.5 seconds.
Honestly, I'm like, you know what isn't real? Your brain. Because I can't handle you right now. Like, I literally cannot process what you're thinking in your head because you are stupid. You are so tiny and, like, you literally mean nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It makes me so mad. Like, it didn't even happen and I'm mad.
That stereotype reminds me of when I came on to my dad, like a week and a half later, he randomly sends me this article to read and he's like, read this. I have questions. And so I read it and it's all these, like, blanket stereotypes about bisexuals, and it's like, oh, bisexuals aren't real, it's like just a gateway, like you're only bisexual for 2 months, and like you're selfish and you're like you want both fields. And my dad was like, why are they saying this? And I was like, because people are stupid. And he's like, but you're not like changing, right? You're just bi, or are you gay? And I was like, no, I'm bi. He's like, oh, okay, I was just wondering. And I was like, why? This is a whole ass article because people say this so much.
Yeah.
And it's like, I am valid. I am a real person.
For people like how your dad handled the situation is so important.
Right. Like if you have questions, you can ask, but you never assume.
Right. It's like that's what gets people in trouble. And I feel like a lot of people in the hetero community, the majority, I feel like a lot of people go out there and they think that if they were to ask questions, that's being offensive. But it's like if you ask questions because you are genuinely not sure, then that's not being obnoxious or being rude. It's
we would
literally
love
seeking
to
clarity.
It's almost welcoming.
Exactly.
Right,
like we want you to understand. Exactly. Like we would want you to learn from someone who is actually in the community.
Yeah,
and not just asking Google.
I literally love being around y'all because y'all know, I mean, anytime that I have a question, I go straight to both of y'all. I'm like, hi, what does this mean? Hey, how is the best way to say this? Or, because I know my biggest fear is to be ignorant. Like that's my absolute biggest fear, or to be offensive.
Yeah.
So, love that for us. Okay. So this last stereotype isn't really a stereotype. It's more of something that's been happening a lot and getting a lot of attention in the media because of Sister Charles. So, by the way, trash. Y'all know James Charles has been getting a lot of, pushback because there's been some things going on saying that he likes to turn straight men gay, quote unquote, and that, obviously that's not right.
Right.
So what would you say to that when people are like, oh, gay people love the challenge of turning straight people gay, or like to sleep with straight people like it's a game or something? Like, what would y'all say to that?
I think it's actually like extremely highly offensive. And like for guys who've actually told me that whenever I was younger, that were like, oh, I respect you, but like don't hit on me. Like I would legitimately tell them like, if only you were my type. Like,
right. Like, but you're ugly.
Yeah. Like check yourself before you try to wreck yourself. Like, no sis.
Yes. I remember, like, in high school, because we were really close in high school, and so a lot of my guy friends in high school would be like, oh my God, yeah, like, I would go, but is Drew going to be there? I don't want him to hit on me. I'm like, oh, trust me, you couldn't handle Drew even if you tried. Like, first of all, he is not into you. He wouldn't want you. Your personality is trash. Your GPA is going nowhere.
Your IQ is ketchup.
Literally. Like, you didn't even get accepted into our local community college, which you already attend. Like, sister, we are not worried.
Oh my God.
Yes, there were some of those. I think there's like 6 of them.
That's what I'm saying.
How do you not get accepted in community college?
Because you have, like, you are on, what is
academic
it? Like, academic probation, like, multiple times.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, trust me, Drew is not concerned about you. Like, you can get your own dick wet to your little sock game later. Like, I don't have time for it.
Yes.
I think so mad when people would do that.
I think that little challenge is just as bad as straight men going up to lesbians being like, I can turn you, just haven't had this dick yet.
Oh my God.
Is
people do that?
Yes.
Yes.
All the time.
That is ridiculous.
Yes. I've seen it happen, like, within my own eyes. I'm like, that's absolutely disgusting.
The confidence of hetero-men is just absurd.
Literally.
They cannot even please the women that they are supposed to be with. Like, let alone
someone
that
who
are
hates
not
dick.
attracted to dick.
For real.
So I'm like, literally, you have women out here asking for good dick and you can't even deliver. Like, excuse me?
I need butter for that burn, because goddamn. I just want to say I apologize for the whole entire, like, gender of men, we're not all like that. But yes, heterosexual men are trash.
I am just, oh my god, that's what I'm saying. Like, if Paco for some reason wants to break up with me, I'm just gonna stay single for the entirety of my life. Like, I literally cannot date men from this society.
Oh,
like,
no.
absolute garbage. I'll have to go to Europe, get me a gentleman from France, teach him how to talk like a southerner, and then, like, that's how it's gonna have to be. Because I can't. Oh no.
Yeah.
The patience.
Oh no.
Yep.
Okay, so before we close up, I thought of, like, I would do this really cute game. It was actually Drew's idea, but his questions were trash, so we're going with mine.
Damn.
So this is going to be hot seat questions, and I'm basically just going to continue to ask y'all a couple of quick questions, and you're just going to give me your short answers, then we're just going to keep moving to the next one. Okay. So I have about 4 questions prepared for each of you. Okay?
Perfect.
All right, so I'm going to go with Myra first. Actually, no, you fucking live on this podcast. Guess first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Drew, you already guessed.
Okay.
Okay. Your first I feel like I'm on Deal or No Deal where, like, the lights go down. And it's like, so I talked to the banker. And his offer is... Do you eat at Chick-fil-A?
Waffle fries for life.
Okay, Chick-fil-A has to punch you in the face and call my mom a slut if I'm not going to eat there.
Oh my god. Bitch!
I will always eat their chicken sandwiches, even if I'm a vegetarian. I don't give a fuck.
This is supposed to be my time to shine.
Not your turn.
Sorry.
We'll get to you. You're
Next.
right, Drew. You're right. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. What's a movie that speaks to you?
Finding Nemo. Oh, finding myself.
What's one thing on your bucket list?
It doesn't have to be gay.
Crashing a wedding.
Ooh, good one. Okay, and your last question is, what's your type?
Short, Latino, scruffy with a nice ass.
We love. Alrighty. So that was hot seat questions.
Wow.
Okay, Myra, your turn. My bisexual queen. Okay, Myra, your first question is day or night?
Day.
What awakened your sexuality?
That 14 movie and that girl from my Goofy movie.
Not Tila Tequila Double Shot of Love?
Ooh.
Bitch,
I watched Goofy movie before,
Okay.
and she is so cute.
She is. Okay, she is. All right, polka dots or stripes?
Stripes.
Ew, that's really
Oh,
unfortunate.
and the kiss between Madonna and Britney Spears.
Bitch, you can't
Yes.
go back.
Yes,
You
I
cannot go back.
Okay, it's still
This
valid.
is my game, guys. I had no part in this podcast.
She's
This
the one
is
that's
my
gonna edit.
game. This is my game. This is my moment to shine. Hi, I'm a co-host. Fuck, I lost count of how many questions that was. I think that was only 2. Okay. Does size matter? That's a good answer. What's your type?
Okay, short Hispanic women with long curly hair or tall black men with a good smile.
Ooh.
Oh.
Come on, different ends of the spectrum.
So both types in that spectrum were trash. So that is why I now date anybody. You can be ugly as long as you're funny and you think I'm cute and I'm funny, then we can go
Dude, I'm
ahead.
telling you.
A personality goes a long way.
A personality so goes a long
Yeah,
way.
because I dated my types in both spectrums and look at where I am now. Fucking single and talking about them on a podcast.
And just
True.
confused.
And I'm just confused.
Literally. We say that all the time. Look where I'm at now, talking about it on a podcast.
Right. Look where you end up if you treat me like shit.
Dead ass. Like, y'all are not ready for some of the episodes we have coming.
You hear that, Tinder guys?
Y'all gonna end up on episode 6.
All right, so I have 2 very big questions to end the night. So the first is going to be, would you change anything about your coming out story?
No, my story is my story. And I love it.
I love that answer. Now Myra's like, fuck.
I love that I came out to you first through your Zune on Twitter DMs. I love that iconic moment for us.
I really do.
We really grew.
It shows our age.
I think I would change my confidence. I would put it on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, be like, yep, I am bi. Hello, everybody. But I never
Really?
did that. Yeah, I think that's the only thing I would change. Is doing it more or doing it to the extreme.
Yeah, like Drew.
Yeah.
Drew literally has a whole Facebook album of photos of himself.
Okay, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Okay, can I get an amen?
Yes, amen.
Anyways, we were supposed to end this on a serious note, so gather yourself.
Okay.
The last question I have for you is...
Oh, that broke our mic.
I'm trying to add some fucking character. I didn't get to talk at all. Okay, so my last question is, have you ever felt in your moment that you thought to yourself, I'd rather be straight?
Fuck no!
Our mic is broke. I have for a few moments, mainly because I was so religious and I didn't want to end up in hell because I couldn't change the fact that I was bi.
Right.
And I didn't want anybody to be disappointed in me. like my grandparents or like my parents. And I knew they'd accept me, but my life would have been so much easier if I was just straight. But if I were straight, I wouldn't go through this and I wouldn't feel stronger and more confident and have these experiences that I do have.
Absolutely.
So I think me being bi and struggling with that growing up and questioning myself for 16 years really helped me develop as a character and not just as, you know, a bi person. So at the time I did, but now I don't.
But I think like whenever LGBTQIA people come out and they reach that self-actualization moment, like that's whenever they can truly live the life that they want to live.
Right.
Yeah. That's so important too. You know, it's always important to live your truest lifestyle, which is a really good way to kind of close off. We just want to say that, like, if you guys ever feel like you need to talk to anybody, you can obviously always reach out to any of us. All of our Instagram handles are linked down below, so feel free to reach out to any of us with anything. If you have questions, if you have concerns, if you just want someone to listen to, or not listen to. I mean, if you want to listen to me, go ahead. But like,
if you want to listen, push play.
Right. But yeah, like Myra, Drew, and I were always here to support people in any community, in any ethnicity, in any age group, whatever you're struggling with, we are always here. But if in case of emergencies, there are always hotline numbers that we will also leave linked down below, as well as any like help websites or organizations, or where you can find like different community groups in your area. That'll all be linked in the description below. And that's about all I have for y'all. This was so good.
Yeah, I love this episode.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I just want to say thank you guys for having me. These guys are my absolute best friends, and there have been so many times where I could not be there for myself and they were there for me, and I just want to like publicly say that like I am so grateful for them, and to have them in my life as like my true sisters, and to say that publicly, I'm just beyond blessed. So just thank you for supporting me. Thank you for always being there for me. And being that shoulder that I could cry on individually. I love you guys so much.
I'm so glad this isn't
God,
a video
I love
podcast.
You too.
Because I'm gonna start crying.
You're crying in the club.
And I'm also high-key breaking out, so.
Oh my
God, true.
Oh, Drew, I love you so much. Thank you so much for doing this for us.
Yeah,
and like
thank you for being here.
using this platform to talk and sticking around. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, that is going to do it for us on this very special episode of Just Confused Podcast. Definitely be sure to give us a follow and message us. Let us know what you thought down below. And we will see you all next time. I'm Kristen.
I'm Myra.
And I'm Drew, and happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, y'all.